This video is sponsored by EA.
Allies now control Baker. Well done, chaps.
Targeting Bravo 1.
Let's go! Hostile on the ground!
Well, it's finally happening. Battlefield 2042 is releasing. You can get it now for early access on November 12th, and the official release date is on November 19th. So if you are at all interested, anything in this video looks intriguing to you, or perhaps you just want to get some more information on the game before you make a decision, there is a link in the description as always, and a big thank you to EA for inviting me to the event and allowing me to capture some early access footage so that I can show you exactly what this game has to offer. And believe me when I tell you, there is a lot of content to this game, which we're going to go through in this video. But before I do, I must say that my piloting skills have gotten much better since the beta. Mind you, I didn't have much time to practice that in the beta since my controls were a little bit messed up at the time. But one of my favorite things to do is, you know, learn these helicopters, and the next thing will be like jets and all that. But traveling between these buildings with a helicopter gives you such good practice, especially shooting down at infantry, because you never really know when someone's just gonna pull out some sort of launcher and just try to take you down. So to start off, we're playing all-out warfare, and that includes two game modes called Breakthrough as well as Conquest. If you've ever played a Battlefield game before, you know what Conquest is. Giant maps, and in this case, 128 players across 7 new Battlefield maps, as well as 6 rediscovered maps. So there's a lot of maps that you can play on. Currently playing on Conquest, and I was gonna say, if you've never seen this weapon before, you probably haven't depending on when you're watching this video, but if you're watching it after the game is released, maybe you've tried it before. This sniper does so much damage. It truly is nothing short of a powerhouse. If you're an aggressive sniper, this might not be it for you, but you can also throw on iron sights like I was doing, and running around one-shotting people in the upper chest. What I've noticed though, is if you take one of the armor plates, you won't get one-shot by it. So, if you find that there's this person on the enemy team, just going around one-shotting everyone with that, try throwing on one of the armor plates. Might help you. Moving along to Battlefield Portal. If this looks like Battlefield 3, it's because it is. Now, unfortunately, if you're like myself, and you never had the opportunity to play Battlefield 3 when it first came out, or even shortly after, you can now go back and play it through Battlefield Portal. When I mentioned before that there's a lot of content to this game, this is exactly what I was talking about. You can go back and play Battlefield 3, Bad Company 2, or even Battlefield 1942, and you're going to be able to make tons of different servers, customize aspects of the gadgets, weaponry. You can even make it so that, you know, one team only has knives, and they're from Battlefield 3, and then you're going up against somebody with bazookas from 1942. I'm really curious to see the types of servers that are going to show up with this mode, and the crazy restrictions that people are going to be putting on. They even showed us a test, how you can customize it. I couldn't fully follow how they were designing the whole process, but sure, anybody with a coding background or even, you know, watch just a couple tutorials, you'd be able to figure out very quickly how you can set up your own type of server with some really strange rules. But, as I was mentioning, while they were showing it to us, they made it so that in 2042, it was a free-for-all, and the only thing that we had was a launcher. And the only way to reload your launcher was jumping 5 times. That's how you got an extra shot of ammunition. I thought this was just one of the strangest and silliest modes I've ever played, but I did love it. It was fantastic, because it just really goes to show you how crazy in-depth the rule set can go when it comes to customization for Portal. And I can't wait to see exactly what the community creates and what kind of crazy ideas they come up with. Hilariously enough, I somehow managed to win this mode even. The first time I've ever played this, jumping 5 times to get another rocket of ammunition, and I ended up winning it. Moving along, if you're questioning what you're seeing right now, you are right. This is Bad Company 2. Battlefield Bad Company 2, my absolute favorite out of all the Battlefields so far. I don't know what it is. Perhaps maybe it was just the timing when I initially found it. I had never played a Battlefield game before. Easily top of my list. You can go back and play Bad Company 2. Customize all the settings, set up a server for yourself, or join a server that's already been made. It's just going to be fantastic. So the mode that we were given to play here is VIP Elimination. And the whole concept behind it is one person is passed as a VIP, and they want to survive as long as possible, and the enemy team is wanting to kill your VIP 15 times to win. And every single time you respond with a different loadout. So there was a lot of variety in this. People were trying to figure out ways to keep the VIP alive. Some were laying prone on rooftops and all that. But as long as you find the right angle, you can always take them out. And finally, we have Hazard Zone. So before you go into a match, you have credits, a bunch of free stuff, but you're inserted into a 4-man squad, and your goal is to locate and retrieve data drives. Now every time you locate and retrieve one of these, other people can actually track you across the map. So if you see data drives that you've located are moving across the map, it means that another team is holding them. So it's one way of attracting more attention to yourself, as well as, you know, you want to hunt other squads and take their data drives, you can do that. But before you go into a match, you can choose the character or the specialist that you want, the loadout that you want, if you feel like spending any sort of dark market credits, which are obtained by completing games and retrieving data drives. Obviously, the more you get, the more credits you will earn. And the only thing that those are used for is upgrading your loadout before you go into a match. Now, one of the cool things about this mode is the more times that you successfully extract, you gain an extraction streak, so it will unlock discounts as well as some extra tactical slots. And if you die, you will lose that streak, so you will no longer be able to purchase some upgrades, which will help you either acquire more dark market credits or open up additional slots for data drives. Maybe you want a perk that increases how much you earn for each data drive. You can get one of those as well. Now, about halfway through the match, there'll be an extraction that comes in. It's not necessarily one that you have to take, because you can wait for the next one, the very last one, which is something that we did. But there is a very good chance that you're going to be fighting off other squads to try to take that. As long as one member of your team survives, then you all extract. Really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm super excited for Battlefield 2042. If you enjoyed this content and you want to see more, please subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Hey! I lost your signal! Respond if you can hear me! Respond! Huh?
Never had a doubt in my mind.